What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for IMSA Fixed at Laguna Seca. I am absolutely terrified. I was going to run this with literally no practice, and I said, man, maybe that's not a good idea. I haven't been in the Cadillac V.Series-R LMDh in several weeks now, probably close to a couple months actually. So I have not driven any laps, so I ran one cider lap in the practice and was slow and killed myself plenty. I can already tell you that the problem area for me is going to be leaving the corkscrew, dropping the right side wheels, and either spinning out or just nosing the thing in the wall and crashing. So we'll try to avoid some of those. This is a single split. I think they're going to be about 25 cars. It's going to be terrifying. Like I said, I have not enough laps here to feel comfortable. There are LMP2s that are faster than I am. I'm like 3.5 seconds off the fast LMDh's lap times. But maybe everybody else will be slow and die too, and then I won't feel so bad. We can finish somewhere in the middle. But unfortunately, we're going to be a pretty high car number. They're low, if you want to think of it that way, single digits, just because it's an interesting field. Like I said, single split. So hopefully we're not the number one car. That would really suck. But I think we're going to be towards the top of the LMDh field. We'll, again, just have to try to put Q laps in and survive. We'll not be getting tires in this race. We are not the top LMDh. We're the second LMDh. There are only 5 of us. That's pretty terrifying. So we need a podium here to try to salvage something from this. 5 LMDhs out of 23 cars total. Again, setup's fixed. Nothing I can really do to change it if I want to. So it's all good. We'll head right out. Like I said, on this pit stop here, 35-minute race. So short fuel fill. We're not going to be getting tires, partially because it's such a short fuel fill in IMSA Fixed, and partially because I do not trust myself enough to get them up to temperature effectively without killing myself twice. So we'll do it once at the start, obviously, because we have to, and then we will try to hang on and hope for the best. This car is very, very scary around here on cold tires and doesn't really do anything you want to on cold tires. The car behind there, the 15 car Matt Hart, was a similar pace to the lap I ran in warm-up. He was actually a little bit faster, but again, if you die, that's going to be it. Traffic's going to be very scary around here, especially being a single split, so we'll see what we can do. Doesn't really matter if we gain or lose. I already not running for points, just want to do something a little bit different. And hadn't driven the Cadillac in a while, and I really, really love this car, so we'll just give it a whirl. Again, we're going to have to qualify to try and make sure we're in front of some of the chaos if we can. Just stay out of it immediately. Right here, dropping the right side wheels off, and the corkscrew is going to be a disaster, especially on the cold tires, but even on hot tires. Very, very tricky around here. Fixed setup. Not going to have any adjustments or anything I can do to make it drive more like I want, so just going to hang on and wing it. Going to be a lot of conservative driving from me, not my usual attack mode. It's going to be about not dying, literally, so yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'm not that excited for this. We'll see what Tiago has for lap times. I'm sure he's quite a bit quicker than I am. But like I said, we're going to try to grab a podium out of this out of 5. So out lap and first lap of Q going to be all about tire warming. Getting these puppies as much of a window as we can to try to survive a semi-hot lap and go from there. Obviously, we're not going to be fast, but we just got to do our best. So I am trying to get to 200 subs on the YouTube channel before the end of May, so if you are new or are so inclined and aren't subbed already, make sure you drop that like and a sub down below so we can try to get those couple more to get to 200 by the end of the month. Those of you that are subbed and are my regular pals and viewers, greatly appreciate you as always. Still drop that like so I know you enjoy this content. Maybe we'll run some more LMDh next season. Not going to have time to run at the end of the season, but next season maybe we'll add in more along with some of the other series I plan to do more regularly. We're going to change up a little bit from what's been happening a lot with the running full-time in some different series here this past couple seasons. So shake that up a little bit, but we're going to get one Cadillac started today. Normally, as you know, I'd like to run open so I can build my set, make some changes, spring changes, things like that to try to help me with my driving style and help it feel better for me, but not having any practice so late in the week, didn't build anything this week while I was gone on the trip, so I'm back to recording live stuff that you're going to see hopefully this upcoming week. But we'll see what we can do. Just got what we got and fixed. 35-minute race. Got to remember it's a little bit shorter than the usual open race, which are 45 minutes. Again, first lap's going to really be a banker. Not really a throwaway. That's not the right term for how you have to drive this car, but a banker lap for sure. Not, do anything too crazy. Just get some nice tire temp if we can and get a lap on the board. Very tricky car track combo. Obviously, very, very technical track here at Laguna Seca. Demolish the inside curb there and spin the rear tires. That's always good for lap time. Very, very slippery on cold tires. Going to take 2 or 3 full laps to get any temp in them. Going to be very scary, very stressful, very not dead. Again, LMP2s, fast LMP2s are going to be faster than we're running here, so going to definitely be tricky. Going to have to manage that. do our best not to die. That's going to be the key, because there will be some death. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the LMDh field or if it's going to be big or whatever, but there will be some death. Just the nature of this track car combo. So very careful into the corkscrew. Almost dropped the wheels like I was worried about. Had to give it 3 stabs of the throttle there to make sure we get through it. Up to the final corner. This is not a very good lap, but it is a lap. So, all right, I'll shut up and see if we can run about a minute 13 or so. That would be a decent enough lap. I'll be back momentarily, see what we can do. Sloppy corkscrew once again, but this should be a 13 something. 13.9, so we are in the 13s. That's good. We get back up to third in queue. Again, I don't think we're going to have any kind of pace. See the one car there at 13.7. I think Matt Hart's going to be faster than us. Obviously, Tiago is very quick. So, yeah, if we can just kind of hang here in third, that would be cool. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but I'm pretty happy with the queue lap. It was at least, a lap. And again, there will probably be some death that we just got to not beat to death. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do with this. 11.9 from Tiago, very good lap. I'm sure I could find more time if I was able to practice or had more time to put in this, but unfortunately I do not. So 11.4 is actually a second lap there. So we're 2.5 seconds off the pole, which is great. So we're not going to be very competitive in this. Obviously, we're going to have people that are very, very fast that are going to be around us, but we're just going to keep doing our best. Hopefully we can, again, survive and get a podium out of this. Not sure if it'll happen, but we got to try. Matt runs 13.3 at the second lap, first lap. I forgot what he ran. So we'll see what Steve and Matt can do on their second laps. Looks like Steve has shut it down, maybe 1x the second lap. Matt's still out there. He's now run his second lap 13.5, so a little bit slower. So we're kind of in the ballpark, half a second or so off of the 15 car. And again, mistakes, traffic can all play a factor in that. When you time your pit stop, all those things are going to be important. So we'll do our best. Hopefully we can start third, try to slot in line, survive. Kyle's going to be fast. In the one car, obviously, at our pace, are a little bit faster. Jacob Young and the 4 car is right about our pace as well. So we're going to have LMP2s to deal with. Going to be a lot of traffic, going to be a lot of things that go on, but we'll try to survive. I'm going to go grab a Kleenex real quick. I'll be back in 10 seconds just because I don't have any here on my desk with me. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. We are ready to go now. Yeah, I'm not sure if the 20 is going to put a lap down or not. We have a good gap over the pace of the GT cars, which is great because I'm going to need it. Again, so we will have some overlap there to be able to make passes when we can. Yeah, I don't really have a strategy. Don't really have a game plan. We're going to have to wait this full 90 seconds here, obviously, which is kind of sucky, but whatever. So we are going to have the number 1 car starting, it looks like 6th overall, so to our right behind us. So they're going to have to deal with traffic with the 16, the 20, and myself pretty much immediately. So see what we can do. Yeah, I'm glad this is only 35 minutes. It's going to be a little bit of a rough race, a longer race. We're probably going to struggle, but survival is going to be the key. There will be some incidents and spins, even if they aren't race ending. I would not be surprised at all if every single LMDh has some kind of self spin or something, and take some time to recover. So we got to avoid that. We saw in my second Q lap the what do you call this? The corkscrew was pretty brutal. Locked up on entry, just about pushed off into dirt on exit. So it cost me a couple of tenths there. Maybe not the full 6 that I lost for P2, but definitely a little bit. So I think there's a little more time out there. Again, I think we can hang P3. If I could do that, that'd be okay. Decent result. Maybe we can get P2. Maybe we can get P1. Maybe we'll get P5. Who knows? But we'll have to just play it by ear. Again, not going to get tires on our pit stop because I don't trust myself to be able to get tire heat again the second time, even if we're going to give up lap time, ultimately, if we play it that way. But in a 35-minute fixed race like this, I'm not sure there's a whole lot of time to be gained with tires, because just so that we'll take a lap or two to get them hot. But it's definitely a consideration. The fast guys will know what to do. I do not. But we're ready to rock and roll. Again, got a long pace lap here. Make sure you drop that like and a sub down below if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much for all the support that you guys have given me. We'll see what we can do here. Hopefully it's a nice Tuesday video. And we'll get on the grid and get ready to rock and roll. If I can click the button. Again, we'll not get any tires. Dry tires all the way. We'll just go through and check the fuel at a layer time. Do our margin there. It'll be all good. So yeah, ready to go. Happy with the performance. I'm excited to get this underway. Looks like Acura in front of us, Acura behind us, Cadillac P2 for Matt. So as usual, kind of the Acura is the fast car to go with if you can handle it and know how to drive it. Easier said than done. Looks like Cadillac next to us, so 2 Acuras, 3 Cadillacs. Here is our LMDh field today. Make sure we're on our right driver chat, just in case. I don't know how many LMP2s we have. It looks like 7 or so. And then, what about 11 GT3s? So, cool. We are ready. I'm excited for this. Excited just to get something recorded, have something fun, something different. We haven't run the Cadillac in a while, so we'll have to give it a whirl. And yeah, we'll see how we do. Again, just a couple more cars waiting to grid here. I think everybody joined the session, so we should have all 23 of us here. It's going to be a struggle, but hopefully it's a fun struggle, and we enjoy it as something different rather than just being miserable the whole time. So we've had enough of those lately with Mazda Cup and dirt street stocks at times. So I'd like a fun race, even if it doesn't go that well. I'd like to have a nice, calm, cool, collected race. So just waiting on a couple more. 20 seconds. Probably will have some people starting from the pits. Didn't consider that either, with IMSA being multi-class and small field. So full pace lap though. Wipers all good. Shouldn't need it, but should be all good just in case. We are ready. Expect the Lear to launch pretty early. Last corner, try to get that jump, get ahead, since he has the pace. Not using any first gear here. I don't trust it. Probably a lot of time to be found, or at least some time to be found using first gear, but we're not going to do that here today with my lack of seat time and lack of prep. Again, third is kind of our goal here. If we can get a podium, we'll be happy with that. Try to survive turn 1. Didn't think I touched the guy there, but didn't want to lock up into him either. Just barely touched him. Should be fine. Trying to maximize that brake distance. We are ready. Not overshoot turn 1. Obviously on the cold tires, not spin during any of lap 1 on the cold tires. So that's the goal. It's almost like a Scooby-Doo paint scheme. I'm not sure quite what this is for Steve there. It's an interesting looking car. Looks pretty cool, but not sure what it is. No tires checked. Good. That's what we want. We're ready. Looks like the LMP2s are leaving about 6 seconds for us to get going, which will be helpful. Again, they will be faster than us, some of the front guys, but I want to try our best to survive here. Nice and easy. First couple corners will be good. Should help our survival. We'll probably launch from first gear though, since it'll be hopefully straight. See what Marco has for pace as the 20 car. See what 16 has in the long run. 15. We are ready to go. Thanks for dropping by. Let's see if we can have a good race, and let's get it. Good start there. Got a little bit spread out just because of where we were. Cool with me. All right, we're underway. 35 minutes. Be nice and smooth here. Nice and patient, nice and cautious here on the cold tires to build up some temp and some pressure. First IMSA fix start since the Nürburgring back, I think maybe last season even, so been quite a while. A little bit deep in the final corner, but we survived. Again, probably could use first through there. Still doing well, survived one lap, which is good. Still pretty tight from second through fifth here. That's what I was talking about there, dropping the right side wheels, so dangerous, so scary. Don't trust myself to know where the exit is there. Not perfect, but we survived that one at least. Didn't even pick up a 1X yet, so. It'll be a constant battle and struggle to get that right. Car behind a little bit deep. Marco's gonna go through. Up to fourth, so Marco hanging with us. We're still hanging right about with Matt. Track position is going to be so key here just to survive. Be able to cut through some of this GT traffic when we catch them. Again, about half the field's GT traffic, so. Good exit there, made up a couple tenths. Again, big ol' right front lock up there on the braking. A little bit deep, but we made it. Made up good time on the car ahead. That was a pretty good lap, I think. Through our first GT car traffic. 13.3 there in race trim. Fight is on for P2 now. We can just kind of stay here, keep pressure on, stay smart. 2 seconds back already. Very, very tricky. A lot happening in a very quick amount of time around here. Still doing okay. Just touched the left side wheels on the dirt there. Cost us a little bit of time, but we still are okay. Such a tricky track to get around here with pace and not make any mistakes. Traffic and pit stop timing going to be everything. Definitely could be using first out of there. Still okay though. Matt, a little bit deep into turn 2 there. Ooh, that was so scary. Just throttled up a little bit too soon. Back end snap. Luckily, we were able to catch it. Didn't lose too much time there, just a couple tenths. Still fighting for tire temp, though. It's so tricky around here with the layout of the racetrack. A little bit of a lock up there from Matt ahead. I followed him right with. Again, even if we catch him, unless we catch him in turn 1, leaving the last corner, I'm not even sure where we're going to pass. So probably going to be, I don't know, 25 somewhere in there laps of this race. We'll try first Gio through the final corner. Actually get a really good run as he ran a little bit wide there. To the left, start finish. Grab P2 here. So first mistake goes to car 15. 13.2 there, pretty happy with that, but we'll get up to P2 with the mistake. Probably wouldn't have even needed first gear in the last corner, honestly, but get the spot, get the overtake done. Now we can be the one to control our positioning through this traffic here. How close is that to line? 2/1000ths of a second, of course. Felt like we were just about dead even. Now we've lost our rabbit, got to rezone in a little bit, make sure we hit our marks. Lots of traffic here. We're going to catch the first of what is looked like about 7 GT cars that are left going. Very, very messy there. Best to just back out of that, be patient, nice and smooth. Not die is the goal. So not very helpful when the cars that you're lapping don't hold their lines. I don't want you to get out of the way. I want you to pick your line and hold it so that I can navigate around you. I'm the faster car. Passing offline is what I do. So when they stay online or try to get out of your way and be helpful, it's actually hurting us a lot. So we lost several seconds there in that. Very scary always. They have a little bit of time though getting by that Audi. Still good. Already more than 10 seconds behind the leader through all that traffic and stuff to start. And obviously he's got a significant amount of pace over us, so that's the first, what, 5 or so GT cars that we had to pass, only 3 left. But these 3 are pretty fast, so they should know what they're doing. We'll just work through them methodically. Not sure why they're so slow there. Maybe they're always that slow, unsure, but whatever. It's all good. Survived again, that's the name of the game, survival. A lot of traffic, we're not even 10 minutes in yet, so. The 2 cars behind tucked right back up to us again, so. Just catching these guys in weird, sketchy spots, which is unfortunate, but surviving, so that's always good. This is the leader. 2-car GT leader should know what's up, so at least we'll catch him in a good spot here. Again, he was blinking a little bit, but I kind of felt like he held the middle of the racetrack, which I don't really like. Again, it's hard. There's a lot going on. It's very tricky. I felt like maybe he blinked over there, but run your line, my guy. I will make a pass up the inside. Don't worry about me. A little bit deep under turn 1 braking there. Locked up just a little bit. Again, still tight, still alive. Leader's very much gone. I don't know what this guy's doing here offline, but whatever. He's going to be a problem. The last guy in the split. Lapped him twice in just a couple laps, so he's going to be an issue as we continue to go, but now we have some clean track finally. Still close with the cars behind us, though. And it will continue to be. Again, just sliding the rear tires there, third gear through that corner. Such a fine margin to find speed and not die. Super scary. I love it, but it's super scary. Especially when you've been out of the car and out of the series for a while. It's very, very sketchy. So, again, glad we have this track position. We can just kind of play the, not defending or anything. We're not going to go too crazy here, but make them beat us. So. Big lock up there for me. That's going to be off track and slow down. That's our first 1X, our first mistake through there. So give that time and track position right back, although he goes wide in the last corner again. Try to retake the second place immediately. His trouble corner is the last corner. Mine is the corkscrew, obviously. Super tight, close racing, clean, respectful, fair. I didn't mean to cut and chop him off there. Leaving the corkscrew, it was just kind of out of control with dirt on the wheels. So. We're struggling a lot in the corkscrew. He's struggling a lot in the last corner right now. So. Still super close, super competitive, super clean. Hope it stays that way. Let's keep tripping over each other. Leader's going to probably lap all of us, honestly, at this rate. It's only been not quite 15 minutes, so we're about a third of the way in here. Just struggling so much with the corkscrew, giving up all sorts of time, but I don't know how to do it correctly, so that's what we got. Struggling around here an awful lot. Not very fun, but again, we're still fighting. Big old lock up into there. towards halfway here. We'll see where we catch some of this traffic. Tricky pit road. Very tricky pit road entry. It's another factor, very tricky pit road exit. At least we have a little bit of tire heat now in the fronts especially. Drag in the front tire. Not very good, not efficient, not fun. Some of this traffic has started to spread though, so we'll keep going. Played a conservative game right there, gave up all our momentum. Now run over this poor Mercedes who doesn't know where he's going. Again, sliding the rear tires. Right about halfway though. Still doing okay. Go for the extra downshift there for a little bit of engine braking. Hopefully we can catch a 10 up the hill here. Should be able to. Next there, just out of sorts through the corkscrew, but again, whatever, survived. A lot is happening here very, very quickly. It's very difficult, and you don't get as big of a run up to the corkscrews I thought you did on the GT cars because they can carry so much center speed. Make it very difficult as we go. It's all very interesting here. Definitely not my favorite IMSA track ever, even though I did race here in real life, of course, for a long time. Oh, GT's putting Matt in the freaking grass there. That's interesting, always. You made it, though. This is crazy. It's not that much fun because I'm struggling, but it's crazy. Very action-packed, very exciting. A lot going on. If I could ever get through this damn corkscrew semi right, we'd be okay. Definitely holding these guys up a little bit, but that's alright. It's part of the deal. Still cruising. A lot of fuel left to keep going. Oh, this guy's blinking a lot too. That's always great. Lovely. Lost some time there behind that GT car. Again, you don't really want to force the issue, even if it's going to cost you time. Just got to be patient with it. Respect their race as well. But took away our gap back to the 15 behind, so still cruising, chugging along. He's definitely better than me, but that's why we run the race, right? So. Getting towards the end of the fuel. Think about pitting soon. Go ahead and offer a spin there back somewhere. Didn't really see exactly what happened, just the result. Get the back off there, build momentum back up the hill. Didn't really want to follow him in there, but we have to. Not ideal. Just a mistake by me. Good pit timing by Matt there. Didn't want to pass 23. So, gonna be a straight up fight now. Pit road. Alright, we're ready. Gonna be a close fight out. We do have a little shorter pit stop. A little bit less fuel in our car. Maybe he's getting tires, not sure, but we'll get some track position. At the very least, we'll get ahead a little bit. Almost drive right off the track though. So we'll try to capitalize here with some traffic. Try to get away a little bit if we can.
Please let me pass, thank you.
How much time did they give up behind? A lot of time for Matt, so. Get a nice gap here, about 10-12 seconds. Just gotta not make any more mistakes with our 3X here. Just about 11 minutes to go, probably 8-9 laps. And we'll try to finish this out here. No mistakes is the key. Immediately have a big lockup in the corkscrew. See when these other guys decide to come in and pit. Coming in now, at least Steve is. I don't think Marco did yet. We'll go by Steve for sure. In front of Marco easily. A lot of traffic. We're gonna come out ahead here, which is good. Hopefully we'll be able to maintain this gap for a while and open it maybe. But the bigger the gap, the better, even though he's gonna have more speed than we will. Short fuel fill. Maybe he got tires, maybe he overfilled the fuel, not sure, but regardless, it'll work out for us here if we can keep it on track. I built this momentum back. Definitely damaged the left front right there. Big hit on the sausage curbs. Yeah, these cars aren't as fast up the hill as I thought they'd be compared to the GT cars, so still they're in the front stretch, not really a good clean passing zone. So That affects it somewhat. At least we get to pass Douglas in the 23 car down the front stretch here, which is good. Always good to help save some lap time that way. Cruising along nicely. Here comes Marco in the pit lane, so we'll get second back here. A bit of a mistake there. Big lockup for me. I'll drive straight in the last corner, but survive. So there's second back. Gap now 13 seconds with some of the traffic. Now that we've broken out and me just opening the door for him, that should probably just about balance out to be even. It's tricky though. Never really know for sure how it's going to go. Of course, you're going to stay right, maybe. Not sure what that guy was doing there. You good, bro? Come on. I don't understand moving lines. Like, pick a line and stay there. You don't need to be swerving all over the place, especially when you're already basically a lap down your class leader. Like, just not necessary. Pick a line, stay there, and be prepared to be passed by a car 2 classes faster than you. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So, up to a 4X now, still cruising. Thankfully kept out of the fence. That was close. Thought I wasn't going to keep out of the fence, but just the 1X from that. Not sure why you're, picking middle, and then when I clearly commit right, you're still staying to the right and pinching me off. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. Back of the rhythm if we can here. We still got, what, 6-7 minutes to go? Yeah, so plenty of time. I think that the LMDh leader, the 1 car, Kyle, still has to come in. Not sure if he's going to cycle in front of us or behind us. Doesn't really matter at this point. I assume he'd be in front of us, but we'll see. One car is in there, Kyle, so we'll see where he cycles out compared to where we're at. I expect it to be probably right in front of us. Still got about a 10-second gap to Matt behind. Yep, Kyle's going to come out comfortably in front of us. We have not had very good or very clean laps since our pit stop. So he's going to be comfortably in front of us for the 1 car. It's going to be second overall. Obviously very fast, so whatever, we're going to stay second place here. Hopefully we're done with the incidents today. 4 would be okay, even though it's not ideal. Down to 8 seconds, 8 and a bit back to Matt. That's, again, still pretty comfortable for just, 4 or 5 laps to go. But it's one of those deals where it's, then why are we racing? So felt comfortable making that move. We were up far enough to get a run there. Leader is comfortably faster than us, full lap ahead, or a half a lap ahead, excuse me. I can English while driving this car, I promise. Very demanding, but we're still doing okay. Just a 4X for now. Might lose some safety rating, but we're at a good place, and again, second place iRacing would be cool, so There you go. Commit to the left. That's cool. At least I know exactly where to go to put my car. Make us both lose the least amount of lap time possible. Very decisive. We love to see it. All right. Getting into lapping some LMP2s here now. Edgar. Again, just going to pound that sausage curve for no reason. LMP2 fresh out of the pit lane. Just got to stay the driver's right, which is cool. Thank you. Do have that hybrid battery pack that makes us faster on the straights, but obviously the car's much heavier. Doesn't corner quite as well with the downforce we've got, although it breaks out to be just about even. We really make all our time on the straights. So. Five laps of fuel shouldn't need that much. Yep, 3.5 minutes, probably 3 to go, so maybe 4 depending on where the leader is, probably 4. Should have plenty of fuel though. So happy with this. We definitely were 3rd or maybe 4th on speed, but again, no tire strategy, got some track position. Be able to hold on to it. Not the perfect race, but fun race, fun to do something a little bit different. Glad to be back in the Cadillac V.Series-R LMDh. Love this car, but prefer it on bigger open racetracks with you know, longer straights and bigger pace differential is always good. But fun to get back in the car again. Tell me below, comment if you'd like to see more of this car, more series like this, IMSA fixed or open next season. Try and make it happen. Got some issues up ahead we'll have to navigate here. Yeah, I'd love to get back in the car at least a couple weeks next season, drive it more. Some of my other fun favorite tracks, that'd be cool. So see if we can add those to the schedules. Let me know what you want to see. So happy with this though as a race. Glad we did something different. Hopefully it was enjoyable to watch, even though it was a little bit boring at sometimes, sketchy at others. Again, Douglas, appreciate you letting me go, but you really should just be doing your thing and we'll work through you. But it's all good. Probably 2 to go here, down to 6 seconds back to Matt for P2 and P3, so he's going to make up basically the entire gap that he lost on tires. Do have a lot of laps and a lot of corners around here though, so that might be just about break even for SR. But even if we lose some, we gained a bunch in the race you saw yesterday from PCC at Mid-Ohio. We gained quite a bit there, so we can afford to lose a little bit and still be more than fine. Like a little bit of an incident there in the last corner between the 6 and the 15, but Matt does get past. 2 to go, 6-second gap now. Excuse me. Something in my throat again, as I usually happen here. Alright. Survive the corkscrew again. Only got to do it one more time. Very scary. 2 laps of fuel is plenty because we're coming back to the white. Love the car, love the series, just not around here. One to go, no pressure, no drama here on the final lap. Probably just gonna have to lap just one more car. 2 car up ahead, right at the end probably. Just under 5 seconds is the gap, so he's flying along. Probably second and a half faster, but no rush for me. Yeah, we'll just wait on this here, not going anywhere, so. He's blinking all over the place like crazy, so you buy him a nice straight bit. Won't catch any more cars here, even Mo up ahead. We won't catch just a couple of corners. Through the corkscrew one final time, not dead. Leader is already done and gone, so congrats Tiago, probably the easiest win he's ever had. But we'll come through, we'll take a P2, P3 overall, P2 in class. Kyle ran a great race. I really hope he's like an 8K, so I feel better about getting beat by LMP2s even around here. But that's it. We'll take it off the final corner to the line. Matt made a great charge back to 4th, or 4 seconds back, excuse me. We'll take that all day. Happy with that. Good race with Matt there. A lot of fun. Dyson swapping places, just trading mistakes basically, and we ended up in the track position at the end. He did make a great call to come to pit road when he did. Just BS to pit road. And it was a lot of fun. Good on him. Good racing, good fun. He just made one mistake more than I did. Or one less mistake than I did, excuse me, so we followed him to pit lane. Then no tires was the move to try to get out ahead, which we did, so. That's a wrap there. No more no more incidents. And we will tow out of this or whatever, leave the car. 43 seconds behind, so basically 75% of a lap almost, so. Not a great race. 4X for us. I made it end up with only 2. 14 for Steve, though. 2 for Marco, and 4 for Tiago. So pretty clean race all in. Pretty happy with that. Is anybody in the whole field with 0X? I assume not AJ Wilkins, who was the 18 car. I think he might have left early. He did, so really nobody with 0X. Did 14 Sabita have incidents immediately? No. So the 2 guys that didn't start were the only 2 that didn't have any incidents. Everybody else picked up some, just how it goes sometimes. So jump out here, see what our results look like, see how much SR we lost, if any. Probably gained 3 or 4 iRating. Couple, where are my results? There we go. So we did lose some SR. If I click on the right thing, 0.01. So whatever, it doesn't matter. Irrelevant. 4.52. We did gain 28 iRating though, so up to 2541. 5,300 for Tiago, 6,100 for Kyle. He did lose his 0.01 SR. So those front guys were very, very fast. We were never going to run with the 5K anyways. We were never going to run with the 6K LMP2 driver. 4 cars, 2,700 was the 3 car, or the 2 car, excuse me, there. 1 GT3, just shy of 6K. So all very, very fast, very talented. We weren't going to run anywhere near any of them, but Matt ran a 12.3 at some point in there. He was way faster than I was, but just again, put those tires on and we kind of benefited from that. So whatever, we'll take a P2 and good race, good fun race, something different, and we'll be ready to move on to the next. So that's going to be it. Make sure you drop that like and a sub down below. Greatly appreciate it, as always. Get ready to rock and roll. Hopefully we'll have a global challenge race for a video tomorrow, and then street stocks and be open Thursday and Friday, and that'll be our week of racing. So that's going to be it. Till next time, as always. All right, bye.